Joining me now is County CCC Secretary Tom Maher. Maybe just for Tom to run through the how the second round games will be decided, especially where there's perhaps one or maybe even two draws in a group.
Well, I suppose, Jonathan, the main part of it is two really, I suppose, kind of second round games you can have. Number one is winners will play winners and losers will play losers from the first round. That's fairly straightforward enough. The second part would be is where you said where you have draws, and in that case, the team that came out first in the original draw for round one, they become the winners for second round place. So, in other words, I suppose the real sign of it would be that Jacob Brackens would play Lockmore and Kildangan would play Rogan and Carty. That would be the draw in that particular group. So that explains the way the rounds are. Round two is going to go.
Yeah, so basically, I think you said there it's fairly self-explanatory in that point. From that point of view, then that obviously if a team is drawn out first, they would go through and they would be deemed winners, even though they will still only get 1 point. They won't be getting 2 points or anything like that on the league table.
That's a fact. That's it, Jed. They're only winners, declared winners for second round draw purposes, not for points or anything else in that matter. No.
That's grand, Tom. And I suppose looking at the games in the championship so far this weekend, I think it's quite obvious that the groups of 16 are really working. A lot of very, very close, competitive, action-packed games, and as we've spoken about there, a good number of draws as well.
Good number of draws, and even the games that were played that weren't draws were close enough by and large. One or two maybe results that were won by more than a few points, but most of them were very close and very competitive all the way through. And I suppose it also shows the importance of trying to win your first match. It doesn't guarantee you'll get through at the end of the day, because you could lose the other two maybe, but it certainly takes pressure off you. And now that the groups are fairly level, the teams in them are reasonably level, every match that you play is really a competitive match, and that's proven over the weekend.
Great, Tom. And so just to conclude, then we look forward to next weekend and the football championships. And just going back to the point we started upon, the same principle will wanted for the football championships in relation to if there's draws and how the second round games will be decided.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, it's two lines in that as well. Winners will play winners, losers will play losers, and if you went up with a draw in a game, well, the first team out in the first round draw will be deemed the winner for the second round draw purposes.
That's lovely, Tom. Well, thanks very much for talking to us here today on Tip GA.